Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll hear from Kathy Willem, Dean of Technical Careers. Kathy.
Thank you. Margie, I'm going to really be a bummer here because I only got to be on the ELT with you for 4 months, not even 4 months. But the good news is I've known you a lot longer than that. Yeah. Going back to the days of Gene Morsiglio and just some of those conversations there. But I just have to say, I don't know how many of you had this experience, but when I was downtown, every once in a while I'd have a moment where I was ready to blow up. Not that I actually would, but I'd be walking, and Margie, one time she was looking out her window and saw me and ran downstairs and pulled me in, and I had a situation, and she was just so helpful and so calming until she said, "You will do this." And it was kind of like, I have to do this because Margie said I had to do this. So I did it, Margie. I just want you to know I did it. There was never a doubt, but it was, every time I had those moments, you were there just to encourage me with the old 1, 2, go do it, girl movement. And I really appreciate that because sometimes I wanted to draw back. But, I really have to admire your passion. You've always known to do what needs to be done. And you've walked me through things. But also in our conversations, I know you're a woman of faith. You have a great spirituality about you. And that shows through the work, the passion that you have for the work that you do, not just with the college, but for all those people, particularly those most in need. And I just have to tell you how much I appreciate that very much. That says so much about the woman that you are and the great things that you do for all the people around you. And it's truly a great gift. And I can't wait to see what you're going to do with it. I do want to end, because everybody said a lot of things, I know there's more, but I want to end that, Margie, I know where you live now. You only gave me the college phone number. You didn't give me your personal one, but I know where you live. And I carry a chair in my car. So I'm not opposed to a driveway drink, okay?
Sounds great. Thank you.
Congratulations, Margie.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. Next, we'll hear from Rhonda Miller, LCC's Dean of Student Affairs.
Should be good to go, Rhonda.
Rhonda?
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Oh, well, no. I'm always having technical difficulties with my service code, so I apologize. Can the group hear me now?
Yep, we see you and hear you fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so where do I begin with Margie? So I'm going to try not to cry because December 14th, okay, December 2014, I had an interview with the dean and the provost at the time at Lansing Community College for the associate dean position in Health and Human Services. And I was nervous. I'd been through, this was going to be my third interview, so I knew it was going to be make or break, and so I was extremely nervous. And from the moment I met you, I knew that I had met an angel because it was the best interview. It was so free-flowing and informative and funny and engaging, and I knew that I wanted to work with you at that moment because you just give off this aura, and I was so entranced by it. And so I am going to truly miss you because you were a very fun boss to have. We've had a lot of good times together. Some we shouldn't even mention on this on this webinar. But I want to talk about what kind of individual you are. Just you're caring, giving, loving, happy all the time. I gained, I think, 20 pounds in the 2.5 years that I worked with you because there's always food in HHS, and I do miss that a lot. But a couple of years ago, when I was still working with you, I'd had some outpatient surgery. And up to the day of the surgery, you kept asking me, like, what time is your surgery? And I was like, why does she keep asking me? Because I'm not a morning person, and I had to be there really early. It didn't click at the time, but I had my then husband was with me, and I went back, had the procedure, was in recovery, and when I was coming to, the first voice I heard was Margie. And she was saying, "Are you okay? Here, take a little sip of water." In my mind, I'm thinking, like, this is not James' voices, but it's Margie. They're at like 7 a.m. in the morning to make sure that I'm okay. And that just touched me. I mean, it meant a lot to me. And I'm sure to James, because then he didn't have to care for me right away, that you were there to care for me. But you love hard, you love wide, and that was shown to me. And then your love for my grandson. I know you two share a birthday, and how you just kiss on him and squeeze him. And, you know, now that he's 10, that's like, ooh, but just the lunches you prepared for him and all the special times. I tried to make a list of things I wanted to talk about, and I've not stuck to the list, but I won't miss you trying to give me black bananas. I won't miss driving around with you when your car is on E and, you know, you're trying to get to the gas station that's going to save you 5 extra cents per gallon, and, you know, we could end up walking there. I won't miss that, but I will miss you. I will miss your positive attitude. I will miss your hugs. I will miss your intelligence and just everything that makes you Margie. I'm going to miss so much, but I know that I will remain a part of your life because I plan to, just in case you didn't know it. I will still be a part of your life, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. Thank you for sharing those personal thoughts and experiences. I appreciate how you shared them too, because I think most of us, probably all of us, can share similar experiences. And it really, you shared the depth of a lot of Margie's capacity to love. Yeah,
Can
yes.
I say one more thing? I'm sorry, I don't mean to be the person that talks forever, but the other thing that I learned about Margie is she can shop. We went to a conference in Chicago, and we got there, I think, the day before the conference. And so we spent our time shopping, and I cannot believe how she can go. My back, my feet hurt so bad. And she was like, "Come on, let's go to this other store." So she wins the shopper of the, and she got good deals. So I'm not even mad at her about that, but she can shop until you drop for sure. So I forgot I wanted to mention that.
Yep. Well, thank you. That was a critically important piece to add, Rhonda. So good job. That was necessary. So thank you. And now we can take another break and sit back and enjoy another video clip of Margie, your Lansing Community College staff and faculty.
Margie, this is Steve Robinson. I know that our time here at LCC only overlaps just a little bit, but I want to tell you how much I value and thank you for your great leadership in health education here in Greater Lansing. When you think back on your days at LCC, I hope that you will think of all the great healthcare workers in our community delivering great care at the bedside and making sure that our community is healthy. You made a huge contribution here. And I'm sorry I didn't get to work with you longer, so enjoy your retirement, Margie. Congratulations.
Hi, Margie. I'm so happy for you as you move into the next phase of your life. I'm also selfishly sad that I won't get to work with you anymore. Thank you for your friendship and your support over the years, and the food. The part doesn't have to stop. Anyway, I know you're busy and you probably have a full schedule already, but try to remember to schedule in a lunch with your PCPs at LS once in a while. Adio, amigo mío.
Margie, hi. I hope this is working. You're leaving, I don't know what to say. There's so many things that just you need to know, and you're the best, Margie. You're like one of those extremely rare people that comes around and, you're so good. You're such a good human being. You remind me so much of my sisters. You have a heart of a true nurse, like in everything you do. Your prayers for Annie, your prayers for me and Renee, your gifts when you're organizing the dinner for us, and just how you've been with Mark and all of us throughout the course of the years, just being together. Margie, you were such a fighter. You're so selfless, and you're so thoughtful, and you're so sincere, and you're so loving, and you're so good, and you're so strong. I don't know. You're just a gift to all of us. And I'm sad to see you go, but I'm super happy also. And I know you're getting a million of these things, and you deserve them all. But there's this really funny line in Ferris Bueller's Day Off where these strangers are talking about Ferris Bueller, and they're like, everybody loves Ferris Bueller. The dweebs, the geeks, the motorheads, the sportos, they all think he's a righteous dude. Margie, you're like the Ferris Bueller of our deans. And so anyway, God bless you. I love you. I'll always see it. Que Dios te bendiga, amiga mía. It's horrible. I think I might say it's Dios te bendiga, mi amiga. Margie, I love you. God bless you. You're the best. Okay, you take care now. I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. I hope this came out right. Okay, bye-bye. I love you. Bye-bye.
You have undeniably been an administrative force of nature for good, always working diligently to do the right thing, the right way, for the right reason, in serving our students, our employees, and the greater Lansing community. And Margie, you have done a fantastic job. Your retirement is well deserved. I know that you'll still be busy. And I know that you'll be sorely missed here at LCC because you are an outstanding leader. And Margie, by the way, one more thing, grazie.
Buongiorno Margherita. Mi presento Pamela. Come sta? Sto bene, grazie. Now that I've shown you how terrible my Italian is, I want to tell you that I'm going to miss you so much. You are the most generous person that I know. You are selfless and kind, an advocate for all, a caregiver and a believer in all that is good. You make everyone feel at home and like family. I am wearing just some of the jewelry you've given to me over the years at Christmas, Administrative Professionals Day. You always included the staff in the president's office and made us feel so appreciated. I once mentioned to you that I liked your car and was thinking of getting one like it. And without hesitation, you said, take my car for the weekend, drive it around, see if you like it. That's just the kind of person you are, a giver. I have so enjoyed working with you and getting to know you these past several years. And I wish you and Dan the very best in your retirement. I hope you get that camper and get to go on some amazing road trips and take time to just be a little bit selfish. I know that's not your way, but you deserve it. So, mia amica, por favor, keep in touch. And grazie for everything you are as a person. As Tina Turner would say, you're simply the best.
Hi, Margie. Hey, it's Margo. If you can't tell, I'm out on the boat, my favorite spot. It's nice and windy out today, but it's a beautiful, beautiful day. I just want to say I'm really going to miss you, Margie. You are such a caring and loving person. I've so enjoyed you at ELT, and I'll never forget when you stuffed me in the wheelchair and you held my hand and you wheeled me out to my husband so he could take me to emergency. I wish you all the best and enjoy retirement. Bye, Margie.
Hi, I'm Paul Schwartz from the IT department. Boy, am I going to miss Margie. She's one of the few that knows how to make you feel special, whether it's being taken under her wing in her office or big hugs at a luncheon. I will tell you one story, and it's about her most embarrassing moment at LCC. This is a story about Margie trying to take a fun group photo. And the photo had the theme of the canine parvovirus. Now, parvovirus is a contagious virus mainly affecting dogs. Picture this. The HHS office recreated a dog gathering, and the workers were in dog masks, and as Margie was kneeling down, she gets a butt cramp. So she's on the ground, floors, but with one leg stuck in the air with the cramp, screaming out while everyone is dropping dead laughing. Anyway, have a great retirement, Margie. You will be missed, and thanks for making a difference at LCC. And as I say in Michigan, a river and a DJ.
Margie, happy retirement from Livingston County. Thank you so much for your leadership. I could always breathe easier when we had problems and you would say, I've got this, I've got this. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Margie. Without your vision and willing to work with us, we wouldn't have been able to create the early middle college program, of which we had our wonderful graduates this year. And your willingness to adapt the vision as we were building our bridge as we were walking it. Thank you.
Congratulations, Margie. Thank you for all of your student support for early college students. We got to celebrate our first graduating class and many more to come.
Thank you, Margie, for all you've done for Livingston County. Shiva, we will miss you.
Hi, Margie. I want to thank you for your years of leadership and vision and for always making everyone feel welcome and appreciating what they had to offer. We will miss you and your warm smile. Grazie, buona and to a nueva aventura.
Hi, Margie. I know a couple years ago I needed a series of surgeries, and I have plenty of people who, when I talked about what was ahead, told me, put it off as much as possible. My surgeons, that is, take the least aggressive route, treat it very conservatively if you can. And Margie's the only person I remember who told me, don't put it off too much. And I'm reminded that, growing up, the veterinarian that treated our pets growing up had a saying that, when asked, is it time to put down our beloved family pet, he would say, that's really something that only you can answer, but the key is you just need to don't wait so long that even the village idiot is saying, okay, come on, I think it's time, you gotta stop. And I thought that was a very kind and wise way of approaching a difficult subject with his clients. So, Margie, I really appreciate what you brought to our division in the few years that I've gotten to work with you, and I wish you very well on all your future endeavors.
Hi, Margie. Happy retirement from Neurodiagnostic Technology. We are all so excited for you. We hope your retirement is awesome. And we just wanted to say thank you for providing us this awesome opportunity to be together and to have this awesome program. Thank you so much and enjoy your retirement. Thank you, Margie.
Hey, Margie, it's Jen Hilker from Fitness and Wellness. Yes, I'm one of the Fitness and Wellness people. Thank you so much for all you've done to help with the equipment that we've gotten in our program, the exercise physiology lab. Great timing. I'm the newest full-time faculty, and so to have all that neat equipment is really fantastic. You picked a good time to retire with all the COVID stuff going on. So hopefully you don't have to do more of these virtual meetings, but I do want to put one thing on the board for you here. See if I spell it right. I believe that is Italian for thank you. So grazie. I hope I said that right. And congratulations on your retirement.
Okay, that was That was wonderful. See, Margie, you're doing wonderfully and composed, and I hope you're enjoying all of this. So you're looking lovely. Moving on, I'm really pleased to introduce Jeanette Klemzak, a dear and longtime friend of Margie's, and an extraordinary professional nurse leader in our state. Jeanette was the state of Michigan's first chief nurse executive, appointed by then Governor Granholm, and Jeanette's going to share a few words at this time. Jeanette.
Go ahead, Jeanette.
And Jeanette was not able to connect with video, so she has called in. So hopefully we can hear Jeanette's words in a minute here.
I have you unmuted on my end.
And you know what, just to keep things going, and Jeanette, if you can hear, I'm going to read a statement while Jeanette gets connected real quick, because Marcy Fuhrer with the LCC's Mental Health and Aging Project here could not get her video in, but she shared with me what she wanted to put in a video. So I will go ahead and read this to you now. That this is from Marcy saying to you, Dean Clark, that you deserve to be celebrated. You are loved. You are loving. You are someone so significant in my life, and I thank you for taking a chance on me. Thank you for caring about my son and for supporting me with the losses of my dad and grandpa. I appreciate so much your family first support. Thank you, Margie, for volunteering me for the communities in school. At the time, I was really pissed at you, but it really opened my heart to do a fraction of the charitable work that you have been my example for, and I love it. Thank you. I love you. And do you remember that epic reply all email about your graduation gown?
Yeah.
Best of times, Marcella. So she didn't share what the epic reply all email was. That's up to you, Dean Clark, if you would like to share that or not.
Well, I'd be happy to share it because it's, common knowledge to 430 people at the time. At the time of your submitting your graduation gown size, you have to include your breast size. And so I had to submit, and I thought I replied just to one person, but instead to the college in the division, I replied what the size was that I needed. And at the time, Sean Quinn was acting dean, and he was trying to retrieve it and working with IT in trying to retrieve the email. I happened to be off campus at a meeting, and I told him, relax, it's not like it's a secret. People see me every day. I mean, now they were able to settle their bets. So that was the issue, and it was quite comical. I had no issue with it, but in his role, he was quite concerned. We had a good laugh.
That is a good one. Thanks. So now back to see and check in Jeanette, if you are able to connect and share a few words.
It looks like she hung up.
Okay. Well, then we'll try to bring her back around and maybe.
Jeanette, can you hear us?
Okay. Nancy, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, Jeanette, we can hear you. So.
Oh, okay. I'll go ahead then, if that's okay.
Yes, welcome. Yes, glad to have you connected. Go ahead, Jeanette.
Thank you. And my apologies. The 2 tin cans and a string are not working from Grand Rapids right now. So I join you by phone. I am blown away by all of the wonderful memories and tributes shared on behalf of our dear friend Margie. So I've known Margie up close and personal now for more than 30 years in many, many capacities in nursing and in education. Margie and the community, which I've been asked to speak about, Margie and the community are synonymous. So I hope none of you plan to be home for the 6 o'clock news tonight yet. I would, I know you all can picture Margie out and about in the mid-Michigan and further regions of Michigan with her LCC name tag on. You never saw Margie in the community without her LCC name tag. She wore it proudly and represented our college with incredible integrity and professionalism and excellence. So many of our same memories have been shared, but I would like to just further a little bit my experience with Margie as Chief Nurse Executive at a point that we needed to convene a task force on nursing education because of the tremendous nursing shortage we were facing at that time. So this task force needed leadership, and it was without any thought at all that I appointed Margie as co-chair, along with our mutual colleague, Dr. Mary Munt, Dean of the College of Nursing at Michigan State University, to lead this task force and to guide us in what we needed to do in nursing education to make sure we prepared the faculty who prepared the nurses to serve our citizens in Michigan. The work of that task force will go on for decades, as someone else mentioned. Margie doesn't do things for today. She does things for the future, as I said, decades long. That some of those recommendations took the form of legislation. They created funding or created the pathway for funding for nursing education for our nursing faculty. We were able to snag, I'll say that tactfully, $45 million from Medicaid, which was unheard of, to address some of the nursing education and faculty needs. We had a shortage at that time of 7,000 nurses. With the recommendations and the strategies that Margie and her leadership created, we actually were able to generate 10,000 new RNs for our state at a time of great need. The legislation that came from that task force's recommendations addressed quality in nursing education that continues, as I said, today. I want to talk a little bit, just changing topics here. Someone I think mentioned maybe Margie and foot clinics. When Margie sees a need in the community, she takes action. And clearly, foot care for our senior members of the community is had been very much lacking. Margie corralled faculty, students, and even my husband to carry out foot care clinics in the community. My husband Richard was the money taker, and let me tell you, he was not prone to that kind of community work, but for Margie, he would do it. So those served, again, the benefit of Margie's advocacy and work certainly gave service to part of our population in need, but most importantly, further educated students who carry that aspect of patient care into their practices all over the state. We mentioned earlier Margie's work on behalf of serving those who have served us, our veterans. Margie devised or conjured up, I'll say, the medic to paramedic program. I want to just just add a little piece to the wonderful words earlier in the program, that this program caught the eye of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation, who provided some funding. Our colleague, Dr. Nora Malloy, who was then a chief program officer at the Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation, saw that project as a jewel in the crown of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Foundation. So that work carries very far. So Margie, our paths have crossed for more than 30 years and in many venues. And I think about all of your work and all the work that others have shared with us. And I think if we could sum up Margie and her career and her dedication and integrity in a song, it would be Carole King's song, "Nobody Does It Better." No. So Margie, I welcome you to preferment, not retirement, but preferment. Preferment means doing what you prefer. If you prefer to go to a meeting, you go to a meeting. If you prefer to serve on a board, you prefer to sit on a board. If you prefer to sit on your porch and drink lemonade and read a mystery novel, you prefer to do that, and you do it. So, job well done, my dear friend and colleague.
Thank you. Thank you, Jeanette.
Thank you, Jeanette.